the bulk of the hair that I talked about earlier. But once again, and so you know, you probably, the girl, like I said, added the hair to like the tip of where my lock ended. I didn't like that she did that. So when I added mine, because she didn't finish my hair, like I said, she was nice, but she wasn't professional. So anyway, when she finished my hair, and when I had to go back and finish where she did not finish, I had just added it at the middle of each lock. And you probably don't want to add it to the top of the lock, because you know it might just create an extension that's too heavy for your lock. And you don't want to have, you know, you don't want your lock to be too heavy, because you want to make sure that the base can support what the hair that you have on for each section. Okay, so now this is like, if I'm doing it the way that she did it, she added it to the tip and it blended in. Like my best friend's is how she has hers done. It blended in and it looks natural. Keep in mind, you know, since you are just simply braiding and twisting this in, some of them may fall out. You just keep some hair on hand, especially if you don't braid it in tight enough, it's gonna fall out. So keep some extra hair on hand, so that if that happens, you can just braid the hair back in. Me, if a couple fall out, because she was in such a hurry when she did mine, like it was just a terrible experience getting my Sisterlock and the extensions installed. She was in such a hurry when she did mine that some of them did fall out. I just used the hair from the lock that fell out and just retwisted back in tighter and better. But okay, watch. So you're braiding. So braid. Remember, this is an exaggeration of the way it's supposed to look. This piece of hair, when you add it to your own hair, it's supposed to be smaller. Okay, so you braid along the bottom of your lock. And as you're braiding along the bottom of the lock, you want to braid tight and concisely. You know, you don't want it to be loose so that you can just pull it off. You want to braid tight and concisely, like you would braid like a micro braid onto your hair. Okay, so braid the braid tight and concisely to secure it. Now, if you want to take these out later on, you might not want to braid as tight because it's going to be hard to take it out. So you use your judgment, okay? Use your judgment. And so she braided till she got to the end. And once she got to the end, she started just to twist it like you would a two-strand twist. Now, once again, braid it tightly and concisely because you want it to stay together. Now, everybody has different techniques on how they do their two-strand twist. Some people twist the hair as they are twisting it together. However you do it, you know, will work. You know, the tightness and the conciseness of how you do your hair will affect the finished product. Like I don't know what particular technique she did. I don't think she does it or did it as tight as I would prefer it to be done. But, and so, you know, I have curls on the end. When the ones that I go back in and did myself, you know, you can tell the difference because I braided it so tightly and concisely that it really didn't curl. It just kind of hung limply. And to be honest, I like both. I probably would prefer just a tighter braid, because I know the ones I put in my hair, they ain't coming out anytime soon or ever until I cut out the extension part. And that'll probably be like a year or two from now when my hair reaches this length. You know, then I'll probably cut it out. I don't think I want long locks all the way down my back. Okay, and you just keep on twisting till you get to the bottom. I know this doesn't look the greatest. I'm doing this not for aesthetic purposes, but to show you the technique. So you just keep on braiding till you get to the end. And if you have like any leftover, okay, let me show you what it looks like. And it kind of sort of does look like I wouldn't say a lock, but you know, it looks like if you left it like this, if I had locks this size, to me, this would be a believable lock, okay? And so, you know, then you go back in and you cut off the ends. You're going to want to cut off the unbraided, you know, the unbraided ends or the scraggly ends so that it can look nice and uniform. Okay, and so I think, once again, that this probably would look best on Sisterlocks, braid locks. And I'm not sure how this would go with, like, you know, just regular locks that you twist, your palm roll. But I don't see why this wouldn't work. But you know, this really reminds me, this technique reminds me, if you leave it in and let it form a lock, it really reminds me a lot of braid locks. Because, you know, when I had my first set of locks, well, no, it wasn't my first, second set of locks or third set of locks, whatever set of locks it was, my braid locks that I installed myself, I just simply braided my hair and then, like, let it lock up. And so, you know, if you want to braid lock your hair, if you're considering doing that, but you really don't want to because you feel like the length is not as long as you would like it to be, I think this would be the perfect option for you to go with if you want to lock but you don't yet because you want length. I think this would be perfect because had I known this the last of the locks I had, I probably would have just stuck with that. But I wanted a smaller lock for some reasons that I'm not just gonna talk about online. And, you know, I know there are some lock fanatics who think that there is a certain way that you should go about creating locks, and this video probably will offend them. That is not my intention. You know, I don't really have a lock philosophy anymore on why I lock. I simply lock because when left alone to its own devices, that's what my hair does. I mean, that's what my hair does best and most beautifully. That's why I lock. And I lock because, you know, it just feels good to not have to fight, you know, just to let my hair do what it does. And so it feels kind of spiritual because it's like this one last thing that I'm like working against myself to do. You know, like my hair locks naturally, and so I let it lock. And I just let it be. And so, you know, just the beauty of just letting something be the way it is naturally is very spiritual, and accepting it for what it is itself. Of course, I kind of manipulated my hair a little bit, but, you know, just the beauty of letting something be is the beauty of my lock journey. I don't have to comb my hair anymore. I don't have to fight it. I just wash it, oil it, and let it lock. I know I have to go back and retighten it, but you know, locks are very beautiful to me. So if this technique goes against your philosophy, I won't apologize, but I just will interject that, you know, different people have different reasons for locking, and I don't plan to get into a conversation on my channel about this being an abomination for locks, or this going against the sister lock culture, or yada yada yada, whatever. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful to somebody, and if you have any questions, you know, I don't think that there is a question that is too dumb to ask. Please feel free to shoot me a line, and I'll try my best to answer you. But once again, I'm not a professional. I just had the technique performed on me, so I performed on a couple other people. It makes sense to me. It doesn't seem detrimental to my locks, and so, you know, I did what I did and had it installed. So peace out, y'all. And this won't come out my hair easily. I don't want to cut the tip off. Bye. Oh shoot. I messed up a lock for y'all. That's how much I love y'all. Bye.